It's Tuesday, the weather is great, and Christian didn't knock my door this morning. No, he was giving this Vauxhall, his Toyota Yaris Sport EGR thing to Ed Sheeran. So well done, Ed. Actually, this guy lives in Glamorgan, and so do I. So I thought, oh, does it say where? Because it's a big area, but it doesn't say where. It just says Glamorgan. But from clues that I found watching the video, he's up near Aberdeen somewhere. So he's nowhere near me. But well done, Ed. So where was I this week? Well, I was there, Zone 3. What do I think of that? The fact that I ended up in Zone 3. Well, I did say it would have been higher than the average, because I went a bit higher than the average. Don't think I went a lot higher, but I did go higher than the average. Threw me a bit that they'd gone further to the right. That did throw me out a bit. But yeah, I did suspect they were going to go higher than the average, because this guy on the right is definitely looking high. Now, I know when I started did my first one last week, I was right down here. I think I was Zone 4 last week. But on further reflection, I went a lot sort of higher up. So yeah, that's what I was. Let's have a look at the judges. See what they thought then. Only 7 judges this week. Don't know why there's only 7, because they've got quite a big pool of judges to choose from, as far as I'm aware. Because there's different faces, every week. Some of them are the same every week, but they seem to rotate some of them. So I don't know how they've ended up down to 7. Perhaps they're on holidays. Or perhaps they're in prison as well. Another Matt's out. What sort of a spread is it then? I think it's quite a wide spread there. And now we had, if you think about it, we had a lot of crosses which were a fair bit lower than where the judges have gone, which is why our average was a lot lower. But they generally, as a group, have gone a lot higher. In fact, I think they might be all higher than where our average was, which is unusual, because if we get a good selection of viewers' crosses, it usually isn't that far out from the judges' crosses in their sort of area where they've gone. But yeah, this is the final result. They didn't take any crosses out. They left them as they were. And I suppose that makes sense, because there isn't really, if you look at that there isn't really a cluster, is there, as such. They're dotted about, and that's the average. But I mean, I've said this before, that if you look at where the winning cross is, the winning average, none of the judges had picked that spot. And I can see at least 4 of them that would have probably been in Zone 3 easily. So, none of the judges thought he was there. That's only the average. And that's what we should be thinking about when we're doing our cross, is, where Diana B does the best explanation for this, when she dots her crosses round all over the place, as though the judges would do it, and then has a look at the average. So let's have a look at this week's picture. So that's what I am. That's my first cross of the week. Let's draw some lines. Why I think it's there, because this guy looks as though he's looking straight forward from his head. So if I draw some lines, some little laser beams from his eyeballs, he's looking up in that sort of direction. This guy over here on the right in the background, I don't think he's looking that high, so I've sort of put him in that direction. And this other guy on the left in the background, just behind the player, can't remember the player. This guy in the front reminds you of the guy that's on the last leg on the TV, but I just can't remember his name for a minute. And I think this guy at the back is looking just over his head as well, so I've put him sort of looking there. So that's why I've ended up there, is because that was like a central focal point for all 3 players, the best I could see there. So that's what I am. What's that? 20731369. That's what I am. I'm not sure if the target will work. No, it's not working. I'm clicking on the draggable target. It's not working. So I think I was down to another Google update, which has ruined everything again. Well, that's what I am now. I think at some point I might go slightly to the right. I'm not sure. I'll wait and see what you guys do. Moving on, there was a comment from last Tuesday's video. There's been some big changes on BOTB. We've noticed some of them. Let me just get the comment up a minute. So changes of BOTB that you may not have noticed since the beginning of 2024. BOTB is no longer listed on the London Stock Exchange. It's been acquired by Global Investment Limited. I think I knew that anyway. Didn't know he was taken off the stock exchange, but I knew that Global Investment had bought a huge chunk of it. So I didn't realize they took it off. Number 2, no longer receive credit for your credit spent. You only get credit for cash that you spent. I'm not entirely sure that's true, because I've had credit back for credit. So maybe that's about to kick in, I don't know. Number 3, a cash alternative on a price is dropped from 80% of the retail price to 70%. Eurus was 152k cash alternative and is now 133 as of last Tuesday. That's certainly true, because when I'm really in the tiers, but when I do my free ticket on the bronze tier, if I get into the bronze tier, that's usually 33. Well, I play for the BMW X1, and that's usually £33,000 cash alternative. That's now dropped to 29, so they've dropped £4,000 off that. So I think on the basis that most people take the cash, they know they're going to save an awful lot of money every week. Number 4, no more runner-up prizes for midweek daily runner-up. I don't know, because I don't play the midweek, or very rarely play the midweek games anyway, so I can't comment, and I don't know. This one's thrown me a bit. Number 5, it says no more runner-up prizes for dream car competition. That's £200 credits as of last Tuesday. Now, why that's thrown me is there was runner-up prizes last Tuesday, and there is runner-up prizes this week, because this is this week's prizes. And you can see they're still doing closest by car, and they still got 20 runners-up winning £200 game credit. So I'm not quite sure where he's had that information from, because I know the last one's not true, and I didn't think number 2 was right. But it might be, I'm not saying that. Number 3 definitely is, and I don't know about number 4. Anyway, enough of that. What do I think of? No, I'm losing track now, and I'm getting confused at my old age. Revcomps, that's what it was. So still haven't won anything. I won last July, and I haven't won anything since. But we're only in April, and I'm quite content to have just one win a year. So I've got the rest of the year yet to have another win. So as I'm cutting down, I've just got one ticket on this Vantage, because it's a £65,000 cash alternative. So I haven't got any tickets on anything else on there on Thursday's draw, just that one. But then what they added last night for next Monday, I've got one on his Ford Focus, because I do like Ford ST lines. Having had one, I'm very taken with them, so I wouldn't mind another one. And of course one on his camper. How can I not? I know I've got a camper now, but still couldn't resist. And what about these auto draws then? I do like them, because the tickets are cheap. So I got one on this day van, which is same year as my van and practically the same model. I've got one on the Polo, because that'd be a nice little runabout. And for some reason, I don't know why, because the tickets were £4.5 and it's 10,000 tickets. Could be an omen. But I bought one on this Mercedes as well. So hopefully I'll win something very soon. In the meantime, guys, leave a coordinate now for this week's picture, and I'll make another one on Saturday. But I don't know what happened to last Saturday's update. Didn't get a lot of views. Probably about 2/3 of what it normally gets, which is strange. Maybe people are away on holidays. I went away for the weekend, so perhaps people are away for the weekend. But that's neither here nor there. Let me know how you got on. Leave me a coordinate, and good luck for this week, everyone.